What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. So we have to talk about baby doge. There's some new stuff going on here, and we're gonna talk about a lot here at baby doge. So definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you all want me to go over next. But without further ado, let's just get started. So let's just talk about this right now. We're down at 8Z1940. So yeah, we've actually been going down a lot, and we've hit the support at 8Z19. So it's pretty interesting that we've went all the way down there to that support. A lot of people I've seen are losing faith inside of baby doge. I've seen that inside of the comment section. A lot of people are losing faith here with baby doge because they're saying it's the same thing over and over again. We keep going back down to the same prices. And I completely understand where people are coming from. Again, you have to remember we are kind of, going down for everything. Everything's kind of going back down to their previous prices. Bitcoin back at 26.8K. Pretty much everything is down. Dogecoin is 7 cents. So that is definitely something you want to watch out for and pay attention for, because we're literally down for everything. So, obviously baby doge is going to be down too. But there is a lot more to discuss than the prices here with baby doge. So I feel like a lot of people, they're just talking about how baby doge needs to do burns. Burns are cool, but burns aren't the end all be all. And one thing you have to remember is, if we're going to get listed onto Binance and these other exchanges, they need coins to on ramp onto their platform. So if we keep burning, there's going to be no coins to be able to be put on to these platforms. So that's one thing. Another thing is the baby doge ETH burn coming on the 1st of June. So we're getting this burn on the 1st of June for baby doge ETH. It's going to be 100 quadrillion. Now, it looks like they're focusing more on baby doge ETH burn, which is good that we're getting the burn on ETH. Shout out to Trust Wallet for putting that fire down there. But yeah, it's pretty good that we're getting the burn on ETH here, but we need to see the same burn on the Binance Smart Chain. And it's just the reality of things. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about baby doge, and I think we do need to start having these conversations with the baby doge community, because we can't just blindly follow into like a pit of fire, right? And it's just a metaphor. We can't just blindly follow them into a pit of fire, like how they had this fire here with the ETH. So we need to see the same burns on Binance Smart Chain. So this is everything that needs to happen for baby doge in order for it to be successful. First, we're doing now, we're getting the 100 quadrillion burn here on ETH, right? We're doing that. That's good. That's one thing we need to do. We already have the 0% tax on ETH. Now we need to see the same thing done to Binance. We then need to see, because this is what's going to lead to the actual Binance listing and all the other listings. So we need to see 100 quadrillion burn on Binance, and we need to see a 0% tax also on Binance as well. And to be completely honest, me personally, I'm not buying any more baby doge until I see that 0% tax on Binance, because I'm done with losing 10% every time I buy. And I'm not buying until I also see that 100 quadrillion burn being done on Binance as well. And I know it might be a controversial take, because I'm probably one of the biggest influencers here for baby doge, but that's just one thing I need to see in order for me to continue to buy more. I still hold baby doge, have it on my ledger, and I still have the baby doge here in baby doge swap. And just to show you over here, I still have this baby doge on baby doge swap. So I'm not gonna, sell this baby doge. I'm still holding it, and it's not much that I have on baby doge swap. $136. It was more when we were higher. It was like $200 when we were higher in price. But yeah, I also have some more on my ledger, but that's all the way back in the U.S. and I'm in Thailand, so I can't even sell it anyway because it's back in the U.S. But yeah, I'm definitely not selling right now. But what I am saying is, I'm not buying any more until we lose that 10% tax on the Binance Smart Chain. Now, it's controversial. A lot of people are like, what? How are you going to switch up like that? Blah, blah, blah. No, it's kind of been like that. I really haven't been buying much more baby doge right now because, for one, I don't have money because I'm traveling, spending all my money in different countries, just traveling. And then another one is because, the 10% tax is kind of ridiculous. You lose 10% when you buy, you'll lose 10% when you sell. That's too much for me. It's too much to lose 20% of my money. Like if I want to put $100,000 in baby doge, I'm not trying to lose 20% because you're losing 10% when you buy and 10% when you sell. I'm not trying to lose $20,000. So that's one thing. And no, I do not have $100,000. But yes, soon I will. But like I was saying, like the 10% tax has gotten too out of hand. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of seeing all these projects on the Binance Smart Chain with these taxes. These taxes make it very hard for a project to grow. Actually, it's nearly impossible for a project to grow when every single time someone buys, they're losing money, because this makes people not want to buy that coin. It incentivizes them to not buy it. And this is why projects on Ethereum are always getting listed before us. Why do you think PP or PPay, whatever you want to call it, got listed to all these exchanges? It has no tokenomics taxes, and it's on Ethereum. Same thing with all these other coins that did the same thing. Like Sheep, no tokenomics taxes, it's on Ethereum. Doge, no tokenomics taxes, it's got its own chain. And then all these other cryptos, that did this, like Floki, no tokenomics, on Ethereum. Doge on Mars, no tokenomics, on Ethereum. All these different projects, all these different meme coins, they have no tokenomics taxes, they're on Ethereum, which means they're gonna, do way better than us. We've been in the same position for the last 2 years because we have this 10% tax and we're focusing on the Binance Smart Chain. Now, one thing that they're doing very good is now they're kind of starting to focus on ETH. But the problem with that is most of the people are on the Binance Smart Chain. So they need to not only do the burns and the 0% tax on ETH, but they also need to do the 100 quadrillion burn and 0% tax on the Binance Smart Chain because of that. Because most people are not on ETH. If you go over here and you look at ETH for babydoge, you notice like there's only 335 people here. There's not a lot on ETH whatsoever. So it's kind of ridiculous to only focus on that. But I think what they need to focus on, they need to try to transfer as many people from the Binance Smart Chain to ETH now. Because if they're not going to get rid of the 10% tax on Binance, well then guess what? Now people have got to transfer to ETH because this isn't going to work out. And it's just something I've been noticing. Like we haven't been getting the growth, and I like to be straightforward on this channel. We haven't been getting any growth on the Binance Smart Chain. So I had to come out and make this. And another thing that I would say is with the Binance Smart Chain, like I said, we need to get more people over because I'm seeing more and more people are buying on BSC. Like we got 3,000 holders within the last 3 days. I haven't even made a video in the last 3 days either. So people can't say, they're buying because of my videos. No one's buying because of my videos. I haven't made a video in 3 days since the 21st of May, and we've got 3,000 followers since then. To be exact, 2,900 followers, but still 3,000 followers since then. Like there's a lot of people getting in on Binance. So we definitely need to get rid of this tax. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, 5% is being burned and the other 5% is being sent to like liquidity, and we're also having some inside reflections. Well, that's cool and all, but let's be honest, the burns don't mean anything unless we get rid of the tax. The burns don't mean anything unless we can actually get listed onto exchanges. We need coins to be put onto Binance to actually get on there. We need that liquidity. We can't just keep burning the liquidity. It doesn't work like that. Like a lot of people think if we burn, we'll rise. That's not what happens. And a lot of people have said this time and time again. Burns have nothing to do with price. All burns does is keep the coin from going below a certain point. Because if everybody sold out of babydoge right now, 48% of that supply is stuck inside of the burns. Meaning, logically, it cannot go below a certain point. And that's all burns do. Burns don't make us go up. Burns just keep us from going below a certain point. That's all the burns will do. So there's that. And then, we just need to get listed onto these other exchanges. That's the only way we're getting listed is if we get rid of the 10% tax. And that's really all we need to do right now. So who cares about the burns on Binance? It would still be nice to see 100 quadrillion burn on Binance. I'm not going to lie. But before we even see that, we first need to see a 0% tax on Binance Smart Chain. Like that is the problem here is that some of that money from the 10% tax, it goes to stuff like what we just now accomplished. It goes to stuff like, let me find this over here. It goes to stuff like this, where we donated 36,000 kilograms, which is about 79,000 pounds, I think, or 81,000 pounds. So we donated 81,000 pounds of dog food, and that money is coming from that 10% tax. And the problem here is that the babydoge developers, they want to continue to do stuff like this for dogs, which is completely fine. But what I think they need to do is more so take the money from the dev wallets instead of taking money from that 10% tax burn or the 10% tax, because some of that money they say it goes into marketing. Well, that marketing is this. This is the marketing. This the 81,000 pounds of dog food. That's the marketing. That's where that money is going. That's where I believe it's going. So what I think needs to happen is we still need to take off the 10% tax, and we're just gonna have to create a donation wallet where we can donate directly to these animal shelters. Like we donate directly to wallets, and then the developers take that wallet and then do these donations with these different animal shelters. So that would be optimal for us. But we need to get rid of this 10% tax on the Binance Smart Chain. So I just thought I'd raise this issue, raise this question here, because a lot of people they just keep talking about burns, but burns is not what's going to make us continue to grow. It's going to be that 10% tax on Binance Smart Chain. Most people are on the Binance Smart Chain, and if we take away that 10% tax, we'll get even more people on there, and then Binance will actually consider listing us. Crypto.com will actually consider listing us. You got to think about it. It's not profitable for Crypto.com to list a coin that taxes 10%. And when you think about the logic behind that, they're going to list it and it costs 10%, meaning that when they buy the coins to hold the liquidity on their platform, they're losing 10% of their money. Meaning, in order for them to even consider listing us, we got to make sure we give them more than that 10%. Because then when they sell and they're sending it off to other people's wallets, when people want to send it to like an offline wallet, well, now that 10% tax is being charged again when they're sending it off. So for them to even want to list it, they got to see that 20% upfront. And that's the liquidity that they're going to put on their platform. They're going to have to see that money upfront. And that's why we're not getting listed to the things. Like, we need to take off that 10% tax, because who wants to lose 10%? Even the exchanges don't want to lose 10% when they buy the liquidity to put onto their platform. So that's one thing. We're not going to get listed to major platforms unless that happens. Now, yes, we got listed to Mexi Global, KuCoin, and all that. They're a little bit smaller platforms. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure babydoge developers paid to get listed on the KuCoin and onto Mexi Global, because who's gonna want to lose 10% of their money to list something? Like, nobody. Like, you're gonna have to pay that to get listed. And what I really am saying here, if you look at Mexi Global, well, there's $12 million on the Mexi Global wallet. Just if you think about 10% of $12 million, we are looking at $1.2 million. And that's all down the drain. Like, you have to look at this like objectively. You can't just look at it emotionally, because you like babydoge. I like babydoge too, and I like what they're doing for the dogs and the animal community. But we got to get rid of this 10% tax. I truly think that's why we're not getting listed, and that's why we're not growing the way we should be growing, right? But this is just my take. Let me know what you all think about this. I know it's an unpopular take on this, but it's definitely something that needed to be said. And also, if you're holding on to Hotbit, get rid of it, because Hotbit right now is going underwater. They're no longer doing centralized exchange things. They're no longer doing centralized exchange operations from May 22nd to June 21st. So by June 21st, have all your money out of Hotbit. You do not want to hold any money inside of Hotbit by June 21st if you have babydoge on there. So yeah, make sure you are not holding on there. We also have a new listing to this crypto platform, Geodis. Pretty small platform, but it's pretty cool. We still got listed. We are now on Forbes digital assets, which I think they just showed the price of babydoge on Forbes. So that's pretty cool as well. But I already know what people want to see. People want to see Binance listing. People want to see Coinbase. They want to see Crypto.com. They don't want to see this. That's what people want to see. And like I said, in order to get there, we got to get rid of the 10% tax on Binance Smart Chain. So that's going to be the new path for babydoge to get to 61. I will say this publicly. We will not reach 61 unless we get rid of that 0% tax on the Binance Smart Chain. Burns don't matter. listings don't matter, because when we get rid of that tax, the listings will come, and the burns, they'll be irrelevant, because those coins that are going to be burned are going to be sent to platforms like Binance for liquidity, sent to crypto.com for liquidity, sent to Coinbase for liquidity. That's what's going to happen with the money that's supposed to be burned. So we don't need to burn. We need to get rid of that 0% tax, or else we're never going to get to 61. And that's just the truth. And, it sucks because, a lot of people like myself have been in babydoge for 2 years. And, a lot of people are really upset that their money is literally went nowhere and did nothing for the last 2 years. Because, that's crazy. And, a lot of other projects, haven't done anything in the last 2 years either. So don't just look at babydoge like, oh, I missed out so much. No, give it 2 more years, and the PP coin is going to be like babydoge. It's going to be literally all the way down, and then it'll eventually rise again. But it's just this constant cycle of cryptos. In the last 2 years, Dogecoin really hasn't did anything. In the last 2 years, Shiba Inu hasn't done nothing. None of these coins have done anything in like the last 2 years. So don't get upset because babydoge isn't doing anything right now, because nothing has done anything in the last 2 years. And just to kind of show this, like, let's click Dogecoin here. So we already know what Dogecoin did, but if you look at it, Dogecoin hasn't done nothing in the last 2 years. All it did is went down in the last 2 years. Literally every single crypto is down in the last 2 years. Don't be upset because babydoge is down. Like, it's still going to rise. Even if we don't get rid of the 10% tax, it's still going to rise during the bull market. Even Bitcoin's down in the last 2 years. Bitcoin hasn't done anything in the last 2 years. So you just have to look at it like that. Like, Bitcoin, you go over here, last 2 years since 2021, literally has not done a thing. Like, look at this, from 2021 till now, it's just been a straight downtrend. But now we're starting to recover, and we're seeing the same thing in babydoge. Babydoge is now starting to recover after 2 years of just going down. It's starting to recover. But in order for us to have a humongous growth and get to 61, we need to see the 10% tax being completely demolished. But we'll still grow without it. Maybe we'll get to 7Z1, 7Z3, 7Z4. But 61, that's $15 billion in market cap at the current $15.6 billion market cap at our current burns, or at our current circulating supply. So that's a lot of money. And we can do it in a bull market. We just need Binance listing. In order to get a Binance listing, we need to get rid of the 10% tax. We need Coinbase listing, crypto.com listing. In order to get listed on those, we need to get rid of the 10% tax. So the way I see it, in order for us to grow, that tax needs to leave. So that's pretty much all I had to say about that. But anyways, we are a little bit oversold here on Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin that we're looking at here. A little bit oversold on Bitcoin. We're at 26.7K. We could have a little bit of a recovery in Bitcoin, and that's what it's looking right down here on the oscillator. It looks like it's ready to recover a little bit. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to possibly get back to 27K soon, but don't mark my words on that. It's possible we could continue to go lower with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at a really weird space right now. Like I said, it's probably going to end up trickling down here to this trend line. If we don't respect the trend line, we're going down to 20K. If we do respect the trend line and stop at 24K, then we're going to have a nice pump past 28K and probably past 30K. So I will expect 24K Bitcoin in the near future, if we're going to respect that trend line and hit that trend line. That's what I'm looking for towards Bitcoin. And yep, the Guinness Books of World Record, we already talked about that with the donation. That's pretty cool. 100 quadrillion ETH burn, we talked about that. FCF Pay with our card, because our card goes through FCF Pay. You're not able to use it right now. It's offline. It says the virtual cards are offline right now. You cannot buy a new card, refill an existing card, or use your card. We are working on putting back the services online ASAP. We took a snapshot of all cardholders' balance before the interruption, and the funds are safe. If the service is not back online by Tuesday, we will refund the cardholders that wish to be refunded until the services get back online. This interruption is not pleasant, but was required in order to offer a better and more secure service. So that's pretty much what's going on with that. I don't actually have any money on the card. I don't even have the card, so I can't tell you if it's online or not right now. But yeah, it's not working right now. So there's that. And yeah, as for babydoge swap, let's go ahead and look at liquidity. I think, yeah, liquidity right now for babydoge swap, 41.19 million. Volume, $191,000 of volume last 24 hours. 7.3 trillion burned in the last 24 hours for babydoge. Burn portal over here, 69.7 trillion. So yeah, we're doing good there. And babydoge swap is at rank 130. So yeah, that's where we are at with babydoge swap. I know it's not exciting. We don't got much going on, but it is what it is. Everything's down right now. So yeah, it's all going to be down. But to kind of close up this video, we're going to sum it up. Not buying any more babydoge until it goes to a 0% tax on Binance Smart Chain. In order for us to get listed onto any major exchange like Binance, we need to get rid of the 0% tax on Binance Smart Chain. And just like we did 100 quadrillion burn on ETH, we now need to do that on Binance Smart Chain, because it can't be uneven. We can't have these uneven coins. We need to have the same amount burned on both. And maybe in the future, focus a little bit more on Binance, on Ethereum chain, once we get the Binance 0% burn as well, just so we can be respected more. Ethereum coins, for some reason, are respected more than Binance coins. So a lot of legit projects usually switch over to Ethereum. So yeah, there's a lot of work we need to do here on the babydoge community. And yeah, that's pretty much what we got. So let me know what you think about this. Do you think it's the right decision to do a 0% tax on Binance Smart Chain or not? So yeah, let me know what you all think. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. And as always, I'll be back with another video.